I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, have been since the beginning. One of my fondest memories of gaming was when I was a child, watching my elders push the femme fatale adventurer through death traps galore and physically impossible landscapes. I myself did not have a PlayStation until the PS2 came out a bit later, but when I got my hands on one I made sure TR2 was one of my titles. Tomb Raider 2 happens to be one of my favourite games even to this day. But despite being a fan as a kid, it took me a long time to get to the post-core design years. Maybe just a lack of interest or from some bad things I heard at some point, but I just had no desire to check out the later titles. Then a couple of years ago I picked up Tomb Raider Legend for the PS2 at the car boot sale, for the staggering price of about 50 pence. I got it more out of curiosity than anything else. Eventually I got round to playing it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Now, going into details about this game and how it stacks up against the others is really a topic for another time, but in brief I'll just say Legend is a very fun game which really kicked up Lara's acrobatics and kinetic fighting skills. Since then I checked out the other games and went from an old fan to a big fan of the series, continuing to this day. Anyway, I like merchandise. I've been gradually getting rid of my geek memorabilia in recent years, but I do like to have a few trinkets lying around. Some of the cooler things I have seen are the NECA Lara Croft figures. They are cool, but they are pricey. The Tomb Raider Legend figures come in 18 and even 30cm sizes, and she is, as you would expect, in her Legend costume, which I have to say is my preferred regular Lara costume. For some reason, the original classic blue just always seemed wrong to me. The kind of earthly green and brown colours just feel more natural for an adventurer, in my opinion. Hey, you can even get her Union Jack variation in figure form as well, which was one of her alternate costumes you could unlock during the game. Though sadly for the more openly shameless of fans, you can't get her swimsuit variant. So among the eBay searches I came across was this. A quote-unquote Legend figure for way less than the other non-plastic bag versions. Yeah, I'm an idiot, but not completely stupid. It takes about 0.2 seconds looking at this picture for your brain to scream the words fake and bootleg. But hey, it's cheap, and I've kind of started watching enough bootleg shows online to have a kind of an interest in them. So I thought for the price, why not take a look at the figure and see what you actually get. Alright, so let's open this thing then. Let's take a look. So yeah, there's the figure. Just looking at it like this, it doesn't look too bad. Not bad at all, actually. Notice that it says Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary on here. It was advertised as Legend to me, but then again, it does say Player Select. So that is correct, but you know. How many official figures come in little packets like this? Promotional collectible, not to be sold separately. Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, TM 2007 IDOS Interactive, NECA Online. I gotta say, if this is actually a fake, they've kind of done a lot of work on the label here, although that would be the idea because they want to deceive people, but it's not too bad. I mean, this guy got me questioning whether it is a fake or not. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, come on, look at it. It's in a plastic bag, for hell's sake. No, I'd say stuff like promotional collectible. I'm trying to rack my brain if the figures maybe came with something else, like a collector's pack or something. I don't know. I doubt it, but I can't say for sure. And what little research I've done online hasn't really turned up anything. And when I have searched for these figures, it's only ever came up with the official products. In fact, I've seen not really anything at all dealing with the bootleg of these products. But, hey, let's open it up. Yeah, I'd usually just like to cut something open like this, but it's not likely going to stay in its wrapper anyway. Alright, on first look, it doesn't look too bad at all. We've got the Legend costume there, even though it is advertised as Anniversary. Some nice little deals on the belt there, what I'm assuming is her sort of pull cord, which she uses throughout that game. It's the first time they really utilise that. We've got grenades on the back belt there, which is something else that you could use in the game, although personally I didn't really use a lot of those. Tiny little backpack. Pretty good, actually. One thing I did sort of notice, though, when I was opening it up, is that leg looks a little bent. I'm not sure if maybe the foot... Oh! There is articulation in the feet, so they actually can be turned around. Alright. That might help with posability a little bit. Alright, I played around with it for a little bit there. As you can probably see, although the feet themselves do spin, there aren't actually any joints in the legs themselves. So I've not really been able to get her stand up straight. Probably the closest I've got to that's this action pose where she's kind of broken her foot by the looks of it, but yeah, that doesn't quite look right. Now, there is actually, a stand that comes with this one. Let's see, what does it say on the bottom there? Eidos Interactive Limited 2006 NECA made in China. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a bootleg, but there are like decent indications there at least. Let's see how she stands on, well, the stand. Well, she works kind of like that. I mean, the feet aren't exactly flat on the ground, but you could say that maybe she's walking, I guess. Something else I noticed when I've been playing around with this thing. There is a ball joint in the shoulder of the arm, which is nice. Oh, and sort of where the sleeve is also turns around a bit, so some posability there. It's the same for the other arm as well. Yeah, I'm having to use my handheld camera on the phone for this because it picks up a lot more detail than the other one. I know, I need a new camera. That's pretty cool. The head also moves, which is kind of nice. Some of the paint detailing close up kind of starts falling apart. I know it's hard to see on this camera, but sort of areas of white here on the boots and sort of slight barriers of runoff along the shorts as well. There's also white crud of some kind in her hair there. A little flex here, so I don't know. I've heard that NECA 7-inch figure, which is what this is supposed to be, isn't terribly detailed, but it still seems a bit too much, to be honest. So there's a ball joint in the head, which is kind of cool. Hair's got a little bit of flexibility on, which I kind of like there. Though it's quite dark, it is sort of a reddish brown tint in it, which is the way Lara's hair was in Legend and some of the other games as well, though in the most recent one it tends to be a lot darker. Hey, I'm just checking if the grenades come off. Don't be thinking any funny business now. So it looks like she's wearing a bit of makeup around the eyes, but I see. I just noticed some. No, seriously, this is a professional observation here. There is a bit of paint runoff kind of around the vest here as well. So yeah, close up, the paint detailing isn't great, but kind of at a mild distance, it looks okay, I guess. Now, with the official figure, you can get all kinds of accessories. With this one, you can't get Excalibur or any of the bigger guns, but you do get twin pistols, which is kind of nice. Painting on them's not fantastic. There's a little bit of runoff and a big splotch of silver there, but not too bad. The guns do fit in her hands. I mean, they're not terribly secure, but they can rest in there pretty comfortably. Notice how with the posability in the arms, you can sort of get a few motions out of that, which is nice. Ah, there's another point of articulation there, right in sort of her center. I don't know why. There's not a whole lot you can do about it, except very slightly sort of shift her one direction or another. Something else I will say about the guns, though, they look okay, and dual wielding pistols, kind of a Tomb Raider staple. Don't know if they're going to keep that in the more recent games, but for a classic like this, well, semi-classic, it's kind of cool, I guess. I do like that the guns actually fit in the holster. That's pretty nice. Yeah, the original figure, well, the original official figure does come with way more accessories than this, and it's Lara Croft gangsta style. Not sure what else to say about it, really. I mean, the paint on the rest of the figure is Again, it's fine at a slight distance if you have it on a stand or something, like, well, I plan to do. Like, on closer inspection, you do sort of see where it doesn't quite match. He has, I notice on the flesh color as well, there's kind of more pinkish areas on the skin, which does look kind of fleshy. There's a fleck of brown on the arm there. Not a masterful paint job, but standing at a bit of a distance on a stand like this, which is what I'll be doing with it ultimately, not too bad. Final conclusions on the figure, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, some of the details aren't quite right, and especially on closer inspection, do kind of show little gaps in quality there. But I paid £9.99 for this on eBay, and well, you've seen the prices of the official figure, so if you don't quite have the money for that, and you just want a little Lara Croft statue to sort of sit on the shelf, I mean, it works for that, I'd say. I guess if you have the money, you want the accessories, and you just really, really want the official figure from NECA, I guess you just get that one, I suppose. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're not too bothered, you just want a Lara Croft statue, especially if you really sort of dig the legend look like I do. And yeah, I'd totally recommend it. Instead, I spent £9.99 for this figure alone, and I don't know how much it might cost anywhere else, but yeah, I got mine from eBay. May not be the most accurate figure on earth, but I can ignore some of the detail inconsistencies on a whole, and for what I paid for it, I'm perfectly happy with the product itself. It's all do quite fine. So yeah, that's it really. I recommend it. Don't know if I'll be doing another one of these videos. It's just since I picked this up, I thought I'd just do something a little unusual, but yeah, check us out on Monochrome 1 and our respective YouTube pages, and well, not mine, you don't want to go on mine, although you obviously have since you're watching this, but you don't need to watch anything else on there. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and have fun. Bye, y'all.